Colors, apart from having a familiar artistic side, have a linguistic side too. Languages define color so much so that they sometimes restrict them. In Japan, when you drive through the streets, you notice something peculiar about the traffic light. It's a lesson most of us learn years before getting our license issued. Red means stop, green means go. Simple enough. But what happens when you live in a culture where green means blue? There is no green color in Japan. Well, today it is, but it wasn't one of the early Japanese colors. Japan has a different definition for primary colors. Black kuroi, which refers to dark colors in general. White shiroi for the light colors. Red akai deals with bright colors in general, and blue aoi for the colorful and light colors in general. The word for blue ao actually refers to more of a blue-green. The Japanese word for green is midori. When the word green came to usage during the Heian period, midori was still thought of as a shade of blue and had no separate identity. Even still today, the people of Japan refer to green as blue. For example, leafy green vegetables are referred to as ao yasai, green apple ao ringo, and even green seaweed ao nori. This language quirk has resulted in the blue-green tale of Japan. Blue is so imbibed in the Japanese linguistics that even when someone is young or amateur at something, they are thought to be of the color blue instead of green. Like this sentence, Karewa mada aoi na, which translates to he's still immature. Initially, Japan's traffic lights were green as green can be. Despite this, the word ao was used instead of midori in the country's official documentation. While Japan had not signed but agreed to the Vienna Convention on Road Signs and Signals dated 1968, the international treaty basically standardized traffic signal. It had to fix its linguistic error. The government decided to compromise. In 1973, the government mandated through a cabinet that traffic lights use the bluest shade of green possible. Still technically green but noticeably blue enough to justifiably continue the ao nomenclature. Another reason for this mishap has a lot to do with Japan's geography. People never fail to discredit geography, but the truth to be told, it is one of the most important factors in how we interact with and perceive the world around us. In case of recognition, people living in the desert would define green in a very different manner than those dwelling in the lush green forest lands. In Japan, this is especially clear as the names of the traditional colors are related to flora and fauna, especially those used in pigments and dyes. The color bluish-green being a dominant part of it. Color exists on a spectrum, and color terms in any language are inherently vague. Everything other than pure black and white is always an approximation. Therefore, when dealing with terms across two different languages, confusion is guaranteed. Blue and green aren't the only victims of this linguistic quirk. For example, Japanese wisteria Fuji-iro is less purple and bluer in comparison with the normal wisteria we would refer to in English. Pink is equated to momo-iro, which is literally peach colored, and the list of these mismatches continues. Thus, the shades of Japanese tradition sway with the hues of colors. Grammatically speaking, color in Japanese comes in two types. There are no adjectives, a sort of noun cum adjectives, and I adjectives. While all colors can be turned into no adjectives, only a fistful ones can be regarded as I adjectives. Typically, the ones paired with iro are the no adjective ones because on the removal of the term iro, they translate to nouns. If you observe this table closely, you will observe that green and purple do not include the iro prefix. It's more authentic this way, although the rules are sometimes broken. The I adjectives are the primary Japanese colors mentioned earlier in this video. The basic structure for I adjectives is color plus noun. For example, the sentence Watashi no shiroi kurum desu, which translates to it's my white car. These instances show us the fact that Japan's color theory is huge and complex but has a deep sense of customs and traditions. It's not like Japanese people can't distinguish blue from green or vice versa, but the generation-old habits are hard to break. This color mishap at first might seem strange, but it isn't only limited to Japanese. The Hungarians divide red into two. Ancient Greeks weren't able to distinguish the blue color, resulting in the ancient Greek poet Homer, author of Iliad and the Odyssey, calling the sea as wine dark colored. But that is a video for a different time. Not every language defines every color. The spectrum of color is too wide to be covered by mere alphabets or syllables. This blue-green tale is just an example of the broader picture, thus leaving us in speculation that our blue might be someone else's green. According to Wikipedia, color is a property of light as seen by people. This definition alone explains the linguistic influence in interpreting colors. Languages have the power to mold this interpretation and add a new meaning to it. Color terms are often conducted without reference to the common uses of the term or its significance within the context of the original language. In Japan, however, this color problem eventually got solved, thanks to the introduction of a huge variety of colors, hues, tints, and shades into their language. But still, blue or bluish-green traffic lights, to be precise, exist to this very day. But at least for now, you know that blue is not green and green is not blue.